Okay, hello everybody in this Tuesday, November 10. We are already preparing everything for our Beauty Blast. Is a congress that we are going to have this weekend. It's going to be Sunday 15 and Monday 16. Okay, so tell your friends, estheticians, the people that want to use our products. We are going to have seminars. If you want to register, you need to register before Friday. Okay, you need to register for the seminars before Friday. Also, we are going to be having live demonstrations in Instagram and YouTube as well. Okay, so you could either register for the webinars, for the seminars, or you could see the live demonstrations that we are going to be having. This is going to be this Sunday 15 and this Monday 16, okay, of November. So let's start talking a little bit about the company DermaSwiss for any people that is connecting for the first time with us in this day. I have here a comment. Hello, Luz Rojas, welcome. Welcome to DermaSwiss community. As I say in Spanish to all our clients, it's a big community when we teach these webinars in Spanish, and as well, the community in English keep growing. Okay, so DermaSwiss is an exclusive skincare brand with more than 26 years in the industry. Many of our products are made in Europe, in Switzerland, all ones are made in Germany, and other ones are made in France. We have products as well made here in the United States, but always we are using the best active ingredients, the most effective active ingredients. We use botanical ingredients, marine ingredients, and biological ingredients, for example, such as the collagen fibers, which are made of biological ingredient, collagen. As well, we have products for all skin types and conditions. So when you start working with DermaSwiss, you will see that the word that characterizes us is effectiveness. Our products are really effective. You will see a before and after in the skin when your clients start using the products as well at home. And that's something that we are going to be talking a lot this weekend, because now the industry has a new trend. The new trend is to help our client understand and to teach our client how to use the product at home. And we have been talking about this forever in DermaSwiss, about the importance of we're showing and we're letting know our client how they need to use the product at home, about the importance for a business to sell the retail product. But in this weekend, we are going to be talking, a little bit more about the trends that there are in the industry now. And it's because of the COVID-19 and the quarantine, so clients are trying to use more products at home, and we need to be on top of this. We as estheticians, we as an entrepreneur of the beauty, we really need to know how to work with that. Okay, so in DermaSwiss, our products are parabens free. We do not make any tests in animals, and we have a strong passion for education. We are always teaching webinars, seminars, mini courses, because we think that the more educated our clients are with the use of our products, the best benefit, of course, you are going to obtain from our products. So if you grow, we also grow. So you are always going to see that education is very strong for DermaSwiss. And that's something very important, because sometimes you are working with a very good line, a very popular or a very famous line, but you don't know how to use the product. If you don't know how to use the product, you are not going to obtain the benefits of the product as it should be. You are not going to obtain the return of your investment as it should be. So we have several advantages, and one of our advantages is that we have these wonderful chemical peel lines where we have the mandelic acid, the lactic acid, glycolic and salicylic acid. You can use them directly in the skin, or you can mix some drops of any of our chemical peels with our Derma Scrub. Okay, this is the Derma Scrub. This is a product that you cannot miss in your back bar. It's the only scrub that we have in the line, and it's an absolutely extraordinary scrub. Why? Because the exfoliating agent is diatomaceous earth, which is a marine fossil but rich in silica. It's not these microspheres of polyethylene, which are very damaging for the environment. And as well, we have the squalene, which is extracted from the green olives, and we have the papain, which is extracted from the papaya. That means that our derma scrub is an enzymatic scrub, okay? So you can use our scrub and you can activate it by massaging the little microspheres, you know, the little pieces of the diatomaceous earth, which is pulverized in the product, or you could just apply it in the skin and leave it to act as a mask because of the papain, which is going to exfoliate the skin and is going to as well brighten the skin. Once you start working with those, you are going to be assigned a representative. As representative is the person that is going to be the link from you between you and the company, you know. So always try to be in touch with your representative. It's a person that you can place your orders with. You can ask about sales material, about our catalog, about ingredients, about products, okay, everything you can ask your representative. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about social media. Today it's very important to have an account in the social media for our business. You can know, even when you know a new person and you want to, you know, promote your business with a new prospect, a new client, the first question that everybody makes is, you have Instagram? Can I see before and after? Can I see what you do in Instagram? You know, Instagram is a very used, it's a very popular platform for businesses, okay? As well, YouTube is another platform that you could use as well to promote your business. I invite you to follow us in Instagram, where you are going to find us as DermaSwiss_pro. DermaSwiss_pro. This is our account for estheticians, for licensed estheticians. This is our account for the professionals of beauty, okay? And we have another account for the institute, which is DermaSwiss Institute. We teach the classes in the institute for the people that wants to have their skincare specialist license in the Florida state. And as well, we have the other account, which is only DermaSwiss, and this is the account for the retail clients, okay? So I really invite you to follow us in these accounts. So we are going to be placing much information about Beauty Blast that we are going to have this weekend in DermaSwiss_pro. So, you know, I really invite you to follow us. Okay, so let's start talking a little bit about hyperpigmentation, about how important is to understand the concept of hyperpigmentation. You know, hyperpigmentation is the accumulation of melanin. And what's the melanin? The melanin is the pigment that gives the color to our skin. So if I produce more melanin, if I have accumulation of more melanin, I am going to have the pigmentation. I am going to have the hyperpigmentation, okay? And usually, generally, that accumulation of pigmentation is the answer of our immune system to an inflammation. So the very strong concept here is inflammation generates hyperpigmentation. Inflammation generates hyperpigmentation. You know, the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, hormonal pigmentation, hyperpigmentation, and UV-induced hyperpigmentation. In all of them, in all of these hyperpigmentation types, there is going to be inflammation, you know, in the middle. It's going to be inflammation of any kind. So if you see here in this image, we have here the melanocyte. The melanocyte is this big brown cell that we have here, and the melanocyte is going to generate, is going to synthesize the melanin, and is going to send the melanin, which is going to deposit on top of the nucleus of the keratinocytes. Okay, so we are going to talk, you know, very fast about the different hyperpigmentations. And here we have the melasma. How are you going to know when it's melasma? Is because you are going to see a symmetric hyperpigmentation. It's going to be the same or almost the same in both sides of the face. You know, in this cheek and in the other cheek is going to be the same. You are going to see like a compact pigmentation, brownish, dark brown, sometimes very dark pigmentation, you know, and this is going to be melasma. Melasma is usually activated by some hormonal trouble in the body or by some hormonal fluctuation. Okay, you are going to to see the melasma. You are going to see as well in the forehead, on top of the nose, and as well in the mustache, in the upper lip as well. On top of the upper lip, you are going to see as well the blemish of the melasma. And this is the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. We all know this is, after acne. It could be after insect bites. It could be after eczema, any friction, lesion by friction that you could have in your skin, any lesion where there is inflammation could leave a hyperpigmentation. Now, what is going to happen in the people with Fitzpatrick 5, Fitzpatrick 6? We are going to see more hyperpigmentation in these ethnic skins. Why? Because they produce more melanin. So that's why we have to be really careful with some aesthetical treatments when we are doing them in ethnic skin, Fitzpatrick 5, Fitzpatrick 6. For example, you have to be careful with strong chemical peels. You have to be careful with laser. You have to be careful with IPL. You have to be careful with fractionate radiofrequency. You have to be careful with fibroblast. Is a treatment that is, we all know, the risk is very high of leaving hyperpigmentation when we do those treatments in ethnic skin, Fitzpatrick 5 or Fitzpatrick 6. The post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is going to be the easiest to treat. Okay, the treatment for this one is going to be, chemical peels. We are going to use to recommend the product at home. I am going to tell you now all the products that we are going to need and the treatments that we can do in the professional field, okay, for hyperpigmentation. But this one is the easiest to treat because every month when the cells are desquamating, you are going to be having, the desquamation of those old cells, and at the same time, the skin is going to be losing the that melanin that is in the surface. So little by little, the skin is going to be cleansing itself. Another very important thing for hyperpigmentation is that you really need to make your client use the sun protection. Girls, if your client has hyperpigmentation troubles and they do not use the sun protection, they are not going to get rid of the hyperpigmentation, not at all, okay? Because the sun has the ultraviolet rays. The ultraviolet rays hit the skin, impact the skin, and they generate inflammation inside of the skin. They generate free radicals and they generate inflammation. It's not a visible inflammation, but it is an inflammation. So that's why every single time your clients get sun, the hyperpigmentation is going to get worse. Okay, so last but not least, we have here the hyperpigmentation, the UV induced hyperpigmentation or blemishes due to sun damage. Okay, so this is the person that has been taking, has been exposing your skin to the sun. But we are not talking about this weekend or the last month. No, we are talking here about exposition to the sun that has been happening for many months, okay, or many years ago. It could be, the person when the person was young, and after 40 years old, then all of this damage is going to start going out. Even we can see clients today with 28, 35 years old, and we can see them with really bad UV induced hyperpigmentation because the amount of sun that they have been taking, going every weekend to the sun, to the beach, going, 2 or 3 times a week to the beach. So they have this really bad damage in their skin due to the UV induced hyperpigmentation. So in this case, these blemishes, you are going to identify them because they are going to have the hyperpigmentation and the hypopigmentation. So you are going to see the two kind of blemishes in the skin mixed. More than anything, you are going to see them on top here of the cheeks. You are going to see like an umbrella, of all of these little pigmentation. And it's very similar to freckles sometimes when they are starting to appear. They are going to be very similar to freckles, but they are not freckles, okay? So what you are going to see, you're going to see dark pigmentation and light pigmentation. As you can see here, for example, in the right side, in the image of the right side, you can see there, you know, all of the, you can see there all the pigmentation this person has. You know, this is a really bad photo aging in this skin, you know, these premature wrinkles and this amount of hyper and hypo pigmentation. So here it's very easy that in a client like that, for example, you can see skin cancer due to the excessive exposure of the skin to the sun. Okay, so in this case, this is not easy as well to treat. You will need many treatments. You need to work with chemical peels. You need to work with microdermabrasion. You need to work as well. You could work with retinol. You need to use the retinol at home. You know, in the case of dermasuis, it's going to be the retinol, but it's not going to be 1, 2, or 3 treatments. This is a process. This is a process that is going to take 1 year, as well as the melasma, 1 year, 1.5 years, you know, doing treatments for you to see a change in this skin. In the case of melasma, we really need to work, you know, I say it's a partnership, you know. Always when we are working with our clients, this is a partnership. We need to make them understand that if they don't use the product at home, there is not going to be, you know, a real change in the skin. So for example, for melasma, which is a hormonal hyperpigmentation, it could be by troubles in the thyroid, it could be by hormonal replacement, it could be by contraceptives, it could be by pregnancies, it could be by uterine fibroid, it could be due to the troubles on the enzymes of the liver, it could be by troubles on the colon. So I really recommend to the clients of melasma that they do a detoxification of their body, you know, a very natural detoxification of their body. They need to find how, you know, or maybe you could have, you know, some program that you could recommend them, because this is something inside. You need to check the diet. You need to check if they are taking too much carbohydrates. You need to check if they are taking too much sugar. Sugar is the poison for the human being. Sugar is the worst for the skin. You know, when you have acne, sugar is going to worsen the acne. Sugar is going to worsen the rosacea, eczema, blemishes. Why? Because sugar impact our sebaceous glands, impacting the insulin, which is a hormone, because sugar will generate inflammation in our body and as well in our skin. So look how bad it's really the sugar for our body and for our skin. Okay, so here you can have a little bit more of information about the hyperpigmentation due to sun damage. There is one way for you to confirm that it is sun damage, and is looking at the shoulders and the outer part of the arms of your clients. In that way, you are going to see very easy, you know, the blemishes as well, the hyperpigmentation as well in the décolleté, in shoulders, in the back, in the outer part of the arms. So in that way, you will see that it is the UV-induced hyperpigmentation. Okay, so in the hyperpigmentation treatments, we are going to include mechanical exfoliation, chemical exfoliation as well. We need to work from 1 year, 1.5 years, and as well, we need the support of the client. We need the work of the client at home, okay, using the products. So always is going to be very important in a hyperpigmentation treatment. We are going to use some of these products. We are going to use the mandelic acid. We are going to use the glycolic lactic acid. We are going to use our serum, which is the Derma-C. I'm going to talk about those ones now. We are going to use the vitamin C mask, the retinol, which is our serum with a retinol for use at home. we are going to use the brightening mask and as well as the lactic acid. We have the azelaic acid in our acne line. We do not have direct or pure azelaic acid as per se, but we have it in our acne line. You know, the cleanser, the toner, and the clarifying serum. Those three products should be used at the same time because they work in synergy. They support and potentialize each other. Okay, so when you recommend the products for acne, you really need to recommend the three products at the time. It is going to be the purifying serum, the normalizing lotion, and the clarifying serum. Three products at the same time for acne people. Okay, if any of you have any question, because I saw somebody raise their hand. If you have any question, you can place it in the chat window to the right side of the screen. Okay, you can place there your questions or your comments. Okay. Okay. So let's talk here. This is the routine at home. Excuse me. This is the routine at home for hyperpigmentation. Okay, so here in the day routine, we have the cleanser, and then we are going to recommend the toner, which is going to be derma cleanser, dermatonic, and then you are going to recommend a serum. It's very important in hyperpigmentation clients to hydrate the skin. When the skin is dehydrated, the pigments of the hyperpigmentation are going to be more accumulated, and you are going to see the blemish darker. Okay, so when you start hydrating the skin is going to get volume and the pigments are going to get scattered a little bit. Okay, so the hyperpigmentation, the blemish is going to look lighter. So this is very important, the hydration in the skin. And there is another stronger reason. When the skin is dehydrated, there is going to be a kind of inflammation in the skin. Okay, and the inflammation is going to generate again hyperpigmentation. So it's it's like a circle. One thing generates the other, and the other generates the first thing. So we really need to prevent inflammation. That's why antioxidants are very useful and very necessary to use in hyperpigmentation. Okay, that's why we need the antioxidants. Okay, so after the serum, we are going to apply the moisturizer, which could be hydrocutane or could be the ceramide MPX. And then we are going to apply the Dermasun SPF 50. Every single day, girls, we need to apply the sun protection. Remember, beauty is the result of a daily prevention. Okay, so every single day, we need to prevent the damage of the sun. Every single day, we need to prevent the damage of the dehydration. Every single day, we need to prevent the damage of the oxidation of the free radicals in our skin. So when you prevent all of those damage daily, then you are going to have, a skin that's going to show less signs of aging. Okay, so then we have here the night routine. And in the night routine, we have the derma cleanser, we have the dermatonic as well. We are going to recommend our client the use of the Derma Z Serum 3 nights in a row. 3 nights in a row. I am going to talk about the Derma Z right now. And if the skin is very dry, on top of the Derma Z, you can apply a Supreme Night Cream. Yeah. And then the fourth night, you are going to recommend the retinol. Always for hyperpigmentation, you need to work with vitamin C and you need to work with retinol. Those are two very essential ingredients, very essential components that you need to work with when you have a client with hyperpigmentation. Okay, so here we have the Derma Z. And I have it somewhere here. Okay, so here I have the Derma Z. Is a dark yellow serum. And can you just give me 1 second? I need to set something here. Okay. So here we have the Derma Z. The skin is going to absorb it very, very easily, very fast. and you know, is a non-irritating serum, vitamin C serum. What happens? Usually the ascorbic acid used in the industry, or the one that has is ascorbic acid, which is the vitamin C, is very, it has to be it has to has a very low pH in order for it to penetrate in the skin, because the ascorbic acid is water okay. So this is an ascorbic acid. This is another different molecule, which is water soluble and oil soluble. It's going to penetrate in the skin easier because it has both solubilities, okay? So remember, the human skin is designed, let's just to say, is designed to repel the water. So the products that has oil base are going to penetrate easier in the skin. That's why this ascorbic acid is going to penetrate very deep in the skin, and it's going to target specifically the production of melanin. It's going to inhibit the production of melanin. That's why it's so good for hyperpigmentation, because it's going to diminish any kind of hyperpigmentation. So if you really want to see the effect of the Derma-C, take the Derma-C and apply it to your face every single night for 1 month. When 1 month pass, take a before picture when you start the treatment, and then take a picture when you finish the treatment, or when 1 month pass, and you are going to see the difference in your skin. The Derma-C, if you have skin, you can use the Derma-C. You should use the Derma-C. We have here as well the ferulic acid. The ferulic acid is an extraordinary antioxidant, and is going to protect the ascorbic acid from oxidation, and as well is going to protect the skin from the oxidation, from the free radical. It's going to battle the free radicals. So that's why this serum can be used in the day as well. I like to recommend it at night, because in the night the skin is going to absorb 30% more of the products that you apply, but it could be used at the day, you know, if you wish, if you have the moment, or if you wish, you could use the Derma-C in the day as well. And we have here as well the hyaluronic acid, which is going to help hydration, with the hydration of the skin. And we have the melanostatin. The melanostatin is a biopeptide. It's a peptide, it's a mimetic peptide that is going to work in the skin as a natural component. So the skin is going to identify it as something natural. That's why this peptide is going to penetrate as well very deep in the skin, and it's going to focus again in the production to diminish or inhibit the production of melanin. Okay, so this Derma-C is a powerful serum for hyperpigmentation and for antioxidation, okay, as an antioxidant for the skin. I have a question here. Alexandra Munoz, at what age could you start using Derma-C? Alexandra, I could say you could use Derma-C at any age, you know, because there is prevention. Now, there is no reason for very young people, you know, to start using correctives when they only, you know, they are producing collagen and they have all of these growth hormones in their skin. So I would say if you really need it, you could start using it at 25 years old. You could start using the Derma-C. A person at 20 years old, if they are going to much to the beach, if they are exposing their skin too much to the sun, they could start using the Derma-C. Okay, so Derma-C, everybody can use the Derma-C, you know. Okay, so there is no like you know, like age, like you should not apply it in young skin, but you know, you should recommend the products to the skin depending on what the skin needs, right? So for example, I have clients, I used to have clients that they told me, you know, they were like, for example, 50 years old. And I remember one specific client that she told me, no, I have been using Clinique all my whole life since I have 20 years old. And I was like, okay. So, you know, she told me, I have been using the same products. And I told her, okay, so are you happy with your skin? And she was like, no, I really need a change. And that's why I'm coming to you. So the thing is, we as estheticians need to understand that the skin goes changing, you know, with the pass of the time. So the necessities of the skin with the 20 years old are not the same necessities of a skin with 35 with 45 years old. You know, in the beginning when you are young, what you need is some protection and maybe a moisturizer, and you know, maybe if you have acne, of course you are going to need the acne line, or if you have another condition, you are going to need other kind of products. But for a normal skin, you would need hydration and you would need some protection. Let's say after 25 years old, when we are 25, our body start decreasing the production of collagen at 25 years old, you know. So that's when we need to start doing anti-aging treatments to stimulate the production of collagen and all of that. And then, you know, when we are 35, when we are 40, 45 years old, which is a mature skin, you will need correction. Okay, so you will need nourishing, you will need nourishment in the skin. You need apple stem cells, you know, after 35, you need apple stem cells, you need peptides, anti-wrinkles, you need ingredients that are going to boost the regeneration of the dermis, you know, like serum protein or things like that. You are going to be needing more ingredients and more product, of course, with the pass of the years. Okay, so here is the Dermaseal. Remember, you can use it in the day or the night. I like to recommend it more in the night, so the skin is going to absorb it more and the skin is going to have more benefit of this ingredient. And here we have the retinol. The retinol, we are in back order right now of this product. We are going to be coming with a new presentation of the retinol with a new formula, and it's going to be a serum, absolutely extraordinary. I have been testing it, I have been trying it, and is completely, you know, different and wonderful. And this is the Dermasun, okay? So this is the sun protection. This is the product that we need to apply every single day to prevent the impact, to prevent the damage of the ultraviolet rays in our skin. Remember, more sun, more hyperpigmentation, less ultraviolet rays, less hyperpigmentation. The other thing is there are clients that spend most of the time inside of the home or the office, so they don't really go out, and so they tell you, okay, so I don't need to apply the sun protection. And this is a huge mistake. People with hyperpigmentation or without hyperpigmentation, we all need to apply the sun protection every single day, because the fluorescent lamps, the fluorescent light that we have in many of the offices, white light, is very damaging for the skin. Is going at the same time is going to generate, you know, free radicals in the skin. So the light that we are using as well in our offices or homes are going to be damaging for our skin. Okay, so we need to apply the sun protection. Now we have this new sun protection. 1 year ago, actually, we launched the Dermasun SPF 50. It's been, a wonderful product. It's one of our best sellers right now, the Dermasun SPF 50. This is a mineral sun protection. There is a mineral part and there is a chemical filter. Okay, the minerals are the filters if you want to have them in the formulation. In this case, we avoided completely the chemical filters because those ones, there are theories that they are very harmful for our hormones in our body, for the hormonal system, and as well, yes, they are very harmful for the environment. So only 1 drop of octinoxate in 3 pools, Olympic pools of water is like a poison, so that goes to the sea and is going to bleach, it's going to damage the coral barriers, and the coral barriers are essential for the marine ecosystem. Okay, so please raise the, you know, the awareness for us, for estheticians, and let's help raise awareness as well for our clients, telling them that chemical filters are really bad. Do not buy sun protections with chemical filters. Okay, so that's why our sun protection is going to be whitish when you apply it in the skin, because this is completely natural minerals pulverized and put it there. Okay, and as well is a moisturizer, because we have here the aloe vera, we have here the shea butter, we have here the green tea, very antioxidant, we have here the panthenol, which is the vitamin B5, and the sunflower seed oil. So it's going to be very hydrating as well, this sun protection for the skin. Okay, so very important, very important, you let them know, you let your clients know why it's going to be whitish. What you can do is you are going to, you know, massage it a little bit, not like this, you don't want it, you know, to go to really penetrate in the skin, but you could go, you know, passing a little bit your fingers until you see it, you know, it kind of blend a little bit, and is going to, the whitish part is going to disappear a little bit. I have another question here. Claudia Rivera, how many times you should apply the sun protection? Okay, Claudia, that's a very good question. Usually, you know, like for a normal day, for a normal skin, you should apply the sun protection once in the morning, you know, and that's it. Now, if for example, in the afternoon, you are going to do any sport, you're going to go to the beach in the afternoon, let's say 4 or 5 in the afternoon, then of course you should apply again the sun protection. If you are going outdoors, you know, and you are going to spend a time outdoors, then you apply again the sun protection. If you are in the beach, of you are in, you know, outdoors, and you are going to spend hours under the sun, then you should apply it every 2 hours. It's very important, for example, in the beach, because people apply it and they spend the whole day without reapplying. So the success of the sun protection when you go to the beach is the reapplication. Okay, you need to reapply the sun protection every 2 hours, because if you go to the water and then you go out, you need to apply again the sun protection. Okay. Okay, girls, so let's keep going. The Epifactor. The Epifactor is not a product for hyperpigmentation. I mean, it's not a product that is going to diminish hyperpigmentation, but it can prevent hyperpigmentation. We recommend the Epifactor, for example, people that have hyperpigmentation between the legs, okay, in the groin. Epifactor is a product that is going to be regenerating for the skin. And sometimes the hyperpigmentation we have between the legs, it is because of the friction of the skin with the clothing, or because there is an excess of weight and there is friction in between the skin, you know, and this friction generates a damage in the skin and generates an inflammation, and that inflammation is going to activate the hyperpigmentation. So when you apply the Epifactor hydrate and regenerate the skin, and it's going to prevent that hyperpigmentation. Epifactor is wonderful as well after any aggressive treatment like fibroblast. Fibroblast always recommend Epifactor to use at home for 2 to 3 weeks. Every time after fibroblast, you know, there is risk of hyper or hypopigmentation. So you really need to apply this product to prevent the blemish. I have seen, you know, clients that have had the fibroblast treatment, even clients with Fitzpatrick 2 or 3, you know, like very fair skin, and they could have, you know, the hyper or the hypopigmentation after the fibroblast, and this is going to last like 2 or 3 months, and you know, after that it's going to start diminishing, it's going to start fading. But you really need to apply the Epifactor, okay, in order to regenerate more the skin and prevent more the hyperpigmentation. Okay, so let's talk now about the brightening illuminating protocol. This is the one we recommend for pigmented skin, you know, for hyperpigmentation clients. This is a very mild treatment. But the good thing that is that there is a variation of this treatment. You know, if you want to start with your client like very light, you can start like this. And if you want to go a little stronger with your client with hyperpigmentation, you can apply two layers of the mandelic acid instead of one layer. So what you do is you apply the first layer, and after 2 minutes you apply the second layer, and then you let it act for 6 minutes, so the total never is going to pass the 8 minutes. Remember that. So apply the first layer, after 2 minutes apply the second layer, and then you wait for 6 minutes. So this is going to be a stronger application of the mandelic acid. Mandelic acid by nature is one of the best chemical peels, for hyperpigmentation. Okay, so that's why we recommend this treatment for the majority of the clients. Another good thing of this treatment is that it can be done to anyone. For example, this is the one that I recommend now for, November, December, where people maybe are not going to gather in big groups. Still, they can gather in families and they want to have their skin beauty, So this is a treatment that you can do before an event in order to generate this glow in the skin, a beautiful skin, and you are going to be successful with that. And we have the kit for this treatment, which is the brightening illuminating kit. And this kit for to start working with our products is wonderful, absolutely wonderful, because in this kit you are going to have the derma scrub, the epi factor, which is our bestseller. You are going to have the moisturizer, which is the Hydra Q10, the Derma C serum, which is the serum for hyperpigmentation for any skin type. You are going to have the glycolic acid, the mandelic acid, and the neutralizer. And as well, you are going to have 8 units of the brightening peel-off masks. Okay, so this is a wonderful kit for you to start working with our products. The price is $410. That's the price of this kit. And as well, you are going to obtain a return of the investment of minimum $2,800. Okay, this is the minimum return of investment when you buy this kit, and you charge $110 for each application, for each treatment. We have the protocol for this kit, so you can ask for the protocol, for the master protocol, to your representative. Another wonderful thing of this protocol is that you can make this protocol in any Fitzpatrick, from Fitzpatrick 1 to Fitzpatrick 6, because you're using the mandelic acid, which is very mild, very noble, is a very soft chemical peel. So that's why we always recommend this one for hyperpigmentation, because remember, if you apply a very strong chemical peel to a skin that maybe do not tolerate it, you are going to generate inflammation, and the more inflammation, the more hyperpigmentation. So when you work with hyperpigmentation, you want to be progressive instead of aggressive. So you want to do more treatments with less aggression to the skin. Okay, always diminish inflammation, and you are going to have more success in the hyperpigmentation. The other treatment that we have is the Radiancy Master Protocol. The Radiancy is a protocol that you also can use in hyperpigmentation, but for lighter skin tones, like for Fitzpatrick 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Because in this protocol, we are going to use the glycolic acid 30%, which is a stronger chemical peel, and you will need as well, to really be careful on top of the skin, no more than 3 minutes with the chemical peel. I love the Radiancy protocol. The skin is going to be like a crystal when you end. Is a very pretty. The result that you obtain with this protocol, with the Radiancy. Okay, so here we are going to work as well with the Derma C. Optional, you are going to apply the retinol, and we are going to work with the vitamin C mask. The vitamin C mask contains polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, for example, aloe vera is very rich in polysaccharides. That's why it's so regenerating for the skin. Okay, the polysaccharides. In this mask, we have as well the algae extras, and as well we have the vitamin C. And this mask comes in little patches, and you're going to get those patches and you're going to dilute them with a little bit, just a little bit of dermatonic. And then with that mixture, you need to apply to the skin, and you need to massage it for 5 to 6 minutes. If you do not massage the mixture, you are not going to obtain the benefits of the mask. Okay, so it's very important to massage the mixture in the skin. After you massage the mixture in the skin, then you are going to leave it to dry for 15 minutes, okay? The more you leave it, the more benefit you're going to get, you know. So we know we are paying the time for our facial rooms and everything, so we need to as well take care of the time. So you are going to leave it to dry for 15 minutes, the vitamin C mask, and then you are going to remove it. There are two ways to remove this vitamin C mask. One way is, you know, with water, you get your sponge, or you get your 4x4 and you remove the vitamin C, you know, from the skin, you remove the mask. And the other way is you are going to spray a little bit of toner on top of the skin, just a little bit, and then you start removing the mask as a gommage, okay? Remember, a gommage is the product that is going to be stick to the skin. And what you do is you get, you know, you stand in the skin from one place, and then you start like rolling, you know, the product. You start like rolling the mask always from inside to outside, and you are going to see how the mask is going to be removing from the skin. You know, in that way, what you are doing a little bit more exfoliation in the skin. So be careful, you know, because you have applied a glycolic acid before, and you need to be gentle, you know, when you are rolling the pieces, you know, the little bit, the mask, you know, the vitamin C mask from the skin. But the results are so wonderful, you know. As I told you, the skin is going to be like a crystal, so shiny, so glowy. Okay, and then of course you apply the toner, you apply the moisturizer, and you apply the sun protection. Okay, girls, so we have as well the Radiancy kit. Okay, this is the other kit that we have as well, you know, for hyperpigmentation. And so you can work with the brightening illuminating, or you could work with the Radiancy kit. And this is again the routine at home for hyperpigmentation. Remember, you need a good hydration. Remember, you need the sun protection. Remember, you need that Derma C at night. And remember, you need a retinol every fourth night. If you are recommending the products for a dry skin, the 3 nights that you are applying the Derma C in the, you know, in the night, on top of the Derma C, you can apply the Supreme Night Cream. If the skin is dry, if the skin is mature, if the skin is normal or oily, you don't need to apply the Supreme Night Cream on top of the Derma C. Okie dokie, so we are, you know, until here. Wonderful. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me see, I have Claudia Rivera. Oh, Claudia, I already answered your question. And I have Max. Hello, Max. Welcome. I didn't saw you before. It's true that for every skin type, you have sun protection. Not in our case, Max. We only have one sun protection. And this one works for every skin type because it's not going to be, it's not oily, you know, it's not drying. There are some people that has the dry skin and they feel like it's a little drying. So what you do is you need to moisturize, you know, to apply the ceramide or the hydroquinone before the sun protection. Here we have the 5 steps for a day routine. So you need the cleanser, the toner, a serum, a moisturizer, and the sun protection. So do not use the sun protection as a moisturizer, okay? Instead, unless you really need to, okay? You need to apply the hydration, and then on top of the moisturizer, you apply the sun protection. I have another question here. Angie Moreno, can I see the brighter kit, the brightening illuminating? Angie, this is the brightening illuminating kit, and the good thing is that we have the 10% discount today for this kit, for the brightening illuminating kit. So if you want to take the advantage today for this kit, you can call your representative and tell her that you want the discount of the 10% in the brightening illuminating kit. This one is wonderful for you to use at home, to use for your clients, to use for your family. it does not come with the cleanser and the toner. So those ones are products that you need to buy, you know, separated. But you know, it comes with very important products like the scrub, like the Epifactor, like the Hydra-Q10, the mandelic acid, the glycolic acid, the Derma-C, and the brightening illuminating, and the brightening peel-off mask. Okay, 8 units of the brightening peel-off mask. So I really like this kit. This is the one that I always recommend for people to start working with Derma Swiss, because it's very versatile. Like, you can do this treatment in anybody, you know, any skin type. So you can obtain a return of your investment very fast. Thank you so much, Angie. Okay, girls, so I don't see any more questions. So let me know if you have any comment, if you have any other questions. So these are the products that we are going to use. Okay, for hyperpigmentation, always remember that is very important. The sun protection is very important. The Derma-C is very important. The moisturizing, you know, the hydration in skin with blemishes, and very important, the use of the products at home, because only you working in the professional treatment and doing exfoliation is not going to be enough. If the client is not taking care of the cell that is growing in the epidermis, and remember that cell is going to desquamate monthly or maybe every 45 days, you know. So what happens if you are not taking care of that cell in the epidermis, then that cell is going to reach the surface and it's going to have, you know, it's going to have the melanin, it's going to be very pigmented. So you need to work every single day. Remember to do the test of the Derma-C, apply Derma-C for 1 complete month at the night, and take the picture of before and after, so you can see the difference in your skin. Anna Ortega, you are the best. Thank you so much, Anna. You, all the clients, you really are the ones that are the best, because you challenge me, you challenge all, you know, us as Derma Swiss, all our trainers, to learn more, to you know, how to make you see the differences in the treatments and the products and everything. So, you know, the ones that should take the credits are you. Thank you so much, Luz Rojas. So I see you in another webinar. Remember, we have very recordings of other webinars talking about other products of the line. So if you want those, ask for those ones to your representative, okay? So when you are in your home at night, you know, you can see the recordings and you can obtain more benefit of your investment in Derma Swiss products. Remember, we are not only a company that sell products. No, we are a company that guide you in your business of beauty, in your business of spa and aesthetics. You know, we really help you to grow, because if you grow, we grow. Okay, so see you in the next one.